All right, yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Today we actually have to sit here and remake my shiny hunting list. I am doing this on stream. If you want to check out streams, I usually stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET here on YouTube and on Twitch. Sometimes on Kick. I want to start doing that a little bit more, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you do find yourself enjoying it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on the video. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to be showing you guys the very secretive, top tier hidden process of what it takes to make a shiny hunting list as a veteran, very experienced, crazy player. It's not that crazy. You just go through the Pokemon database and pick what shinies you like. That's it. That's all you do. It's really easy. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. So all I need to do is scroll through this list and essentially write down what I enjoy. I have broken it down into 3 categories of shiny hunts: hordes, whether it's ×3 or ×5, single/fishing, and then rares. I may not know all of the hunting methods off the top of my head. First things first, Squirtle. There you go. That's number 1. I have made this list before, so I'll explain things as I go. And then also Metapod. There you go. Done and done. Metapod's actually one of my, I love it. Great shiny. Great shiny. Also, Beedrill. Metapod and Beedrill are hordes, but also, kind of different in that regard. Because, well, also, here, I gotta explain a lot of things. Caterpie. So, if I want more than one of a shiny Pokemon, I'm actually gonna list it multiple times. So, for example, I'd be okay with getting the entire Butterfree line. I'm also okay with not getting Butterfree. Caterpie and Metapod, I do want. As well as I probably only really need Beedrill. I would be cool to have Kakuna and Beedrill, but I'm not really rooting for it. I'm kind of okay with that. But I'm going to be listing multiple Pokemon, even within the same species line at times. So that'll be really cool to see. Go ahead and keep going. I also know I'm covering like 3 shinies down here at the bottom corner. I can't really do much about that. I think it's better to show the face and do some memes. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Stop DMing me in game. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Okay, Beedrill, Pidgeotto, Pidgey and Pidgeotto. All the bird shinies are pretty shit. Whatever. We can just go ahead and move past that. Rattata and Raticate. Not shinies I want, but shinies I'll probably end up getting at some point due to the hunting locations and stuff. For shinies that I might end up getting, they're not going to be on this list, so I'm just going to ignore them. Fearow and Spearow I don't really like. Arbok is super easy. Goes on this list. A ×5 horde hunt. Pikachu and Raichu. This is a weird one. If you asked me this question a while ago, I don't think I would have put either of these on this list, but I think Pikachu actually goes on this list now. I've warmed up to Pikachu. I always talk about how, like, over time, Sandslash for sure, one of the more desired shinies I want. Over time, I feel like shinies end up growing on you more and more, and you appreciate shinies more and more, which I think is really cool. So let's keep going. Sandslash. The Nidoqueen line, like, do I want a Nidoqueen one day? I don't think so. I do already have a Nidoking. I also have to call out the shinies that I already have, because that obviously changes this list quite a bit. So everything I've put down, I don't already have. Clefairy and Clefable. One of the shinies that have grown on me. I hate Clefable as a PvP Pokemon. It's wicked annoying, but it's a shiny Pokemon that has grown on me. Vulpix and Ninetales. This is going to upset a lot of people. I'm not really a Vulpix and Ninetales fan. I'm sorry. I respect that they are. I get why people like them. Really cool shot. I get it. Not for me. Jigglypuff. I want a Jigglypuff, but not a Ninetales. I know. That's weird to a lot of people. I get it. Let's continue on. The Crobat, Zubat, Golbat line. I think I want a Golbat and a Crobat, which are both hordes. I don't think I want a Zubat, and that's even up for change. Oddish. I really want an Oddish and a Blossom. That'll come up later, I guess. I'll go ahead and write it down we can just skip it. But I need both of those, so I need 2 Oddishes. That'll probably be ×5. I'll probably do ×5 Gloom encounters for both of those, and then breed one down into an Oddish and evolve the other into Blossom. Moving on, I really like Paris. Shiny Paris has really grown on me. Venonat and Venomoth. Wow, this is a tough one. Like, do I want one? Do I really want to hunt for both? That's tough. For something like this, man, I don't know how difficult the hunt is. I think I want both. I almost want to put a slash here where it's like I'd be okay with just one or the other versus actually getting both. I'm going to go ahead and write down both for now. That's actually a really tough one. For Diglett and Dugtrio, I really want a Diglett. I don't really need a Dugtrio, but I do really want a Diglett. Maybe a Dugtrio, but less up for grabs. Meowth I do want. Also, if it's not obvious, these are just shinies. Psyduck is fantastic. These are just shinies that I want to get maybe one day. This is like the full list. Like if you ever see me shunting, odds are I'm shunting one of these Pokemon. People always ask me, hey, what Pokemon are you going to shunt next? Hey, you just finished the Cranidos shunt. You've been on that for 17 months. What's next? Some of these, there's a shit ton of shinies that I want to get. I know that I'll never get all of them, or probably not, right? It's possible if I play this game for long enough, I'll get all of them. But I'll probably never get all of them. There's just too many that I actually do want. Growlithe and Arcanine. This is a funny one. I kind of want a Primeape. Primeape's shiny is not great, but I just like that he's monkey. Growlithe and Arcanine. Another one that has grown on me. I'm not a huge Growlithe and Arcanine fan. It's very low down on the list, but it's grown on me. And I think that's the cool thing. I've really come to enjoy myself some Arcanine. But Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Poliwhirl is a wicked underrated shiny. Actually looks so good, in my opinion. Way better than, even though they look kind of similar here, like Poliwhirl and Poliwag, Poliwhirl looks way better in game. And then I do want Politoed, even though we're not at it yet. We'll go ahead and write it down. Okay, Politoed written down. Hopefully you guys can see the entire notepad document. Yes, you can. These are all hordes, by the way. All these shunts so far are hordes, which is pretty interesting. Continuing on, Abra, Kadabra, Zam. Do I want a Zam one day? No, I'm not gonna hunt. I don't think I'm gonna go for it. I don't think I would go out of my way for a Zam, even though it's pretty cool. Moving on. Machop, Machoke, Machamp. Once again, don't really see myself going out of my way for these shinies. So I'm not gonna touch them. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victreebel. Victreebel is kind of growing on me, but not quite there yet. We're not gonna worry about it. Tentacle and Tentacruel. I'm obviously going to get both of these shinies one day. It's kind of like a rite of passage. Everybody gets a shiny Tentacool or Cruel or both at some point. It's very, very much a rite of passage in my opinion. I think it just happens over time. Geodude and Graveler. I really like Graveler. I could care less if I own a Geodude, even though it is cool looking. I really like Graveler. It looks really, really good in game. Once again, the shinies you see on screen aren't exactly how they look in PokeMMO, but they should be pretty good. All right. Golem, don't care for. Ponyta, I already have. Rapidash, I don't really want. Not really for me. Slowbro, I already have. Slowpoke sucks. Magnemite and Magneton. Part of me wants a shiny Magnemite, mostly just because I had a friend that really liked Magnemite growing up. And that's really it, but I don't know if I really like it, so I don't know if there's enough reason there for it. So I'm just going to skip it for now. Farfetch'd, I respect the Farfetch'd shunters. That's an egg shunt. I'm going to pass. Doduo and Dodrio. Doduo and Dodrio have definitely grown on me. I'm going to go for Doduo, personally. My girlfriend has brought me around to shiny Doduo. It's honestly a good pick. Seal and Dewgong, my least favorite shinies in the entire game. I actually like Seal's look as a Pokemon. Seal is honestly not the worst. The tongue change is something, I guess, but you just prefer the red. Dewgong sucks. Dewgong's atrocious. Probably the worst shiny in all of Pokemon. Grimer. I already have a Grimer and I already have a Muck. So please, please, no more of those. Thank you, PokeMMO Gods. All right, Shelder. This is the first, unless I did something wrong, I believe this is the first more difficult shunt on this list. Everything so far has been hordes. There's hordes for most Pokemon, honestly. Whether it's Leppas or times threes or whatever. Shelder is a single/fishing encounter, so that's the first most difficult shunt so far. Really, really good shiny. One of my favorites. S tier shiny, like probably my top 15, top 10, top 20 shiny, something like that. Moving on. Ghastly, Haunter. I do want a Haunter at some point. Maybe a Ghastly. Ghastly looks shit here, but it looks good in game. Let's do both. I am not a huge ghost type Pokemon, dark type. I think they're a little too edgy for my taste. I know it's kind of dumb. A lot of people love them. More power to you. It's not really for me. Hypno is a surprisingly fantastic shiny. Even Drowsy. Maybe I want both. Krabby and Kingler. Some people really like Krabby and Kingler in PokeMMO. I don't know why. They're not really for me. Kingler is an interesting Pokemon, has some really interesting move pools. Like it has Crab Hammer, like and unique stuff. Not for me. Voltorb and Electrode. Which one do I want? Both? Question mark? Voltorb and Electrode. That's a tough one. I'm gonna roll with Electrode for competitive use. Yeah, Electrode. I think I just can roll with one. I think just going Electrode is fair. Execute. Dude, this shiny is so freaking good. The problem is Execute is either a single encounter or a rare. I honestly am not sure. I'm gonna put it in rares for the time being, just as I honestly don't know for sure, and we can always fix that later. So Execute will go there. Executor sucks. Executor used to be one of my favorite Pokemons, fun fact. Back in like Gen 1, 2, and 3, I always loved Executor. I thought it was a really cool, I don't know, I thought it was a really interesting, unique Pokemon. Grass, Psychic type, pretty cool stuff. Cubone and Marowak. I'm going to end up getting a second Cubone at some point, for sure. But does that mean I want a Cubone? Actually, kind of. Let's write it down. I'm going to definitely get a secondary one because of all the locations for Shuns. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. I don't really care for, which is a good thing because they're both rares. Maybe Lee. If anything, honestly, Hitmonlee. I've always liked Hitmonlee. It's my favorite Hitmon for sure. The like springy looking legs I always thought was really cool. I don't know why. Lickitung. Definitely want a Lickitung. That's one I've been actually shunting a ton recently. Coughing and Wheezing. Oh my goodness. I just realized I probably want a Coughing and a Wheezing. Which means I am going to get like 6 Grimers on the way there with my luck. So that's unfortunate. But anyways, continuing on. Rhyhorn, Rhydon. I actually do want a Rhyhorn one day, which is a... we do have a Rhydon Horde, thankfully. Or a Rhyperior as well is actually a pretty good shiny. We'll write that down. One of my friends' first shinies ever was a Safari shiny Rhyhorn. And they sold it and regret it. And I am attached to it for that reason. They sold it. I bought it back for them years later, and I think they used it in a breed. But that's bad decisions aside. Chansey. Chansey's cool. If I were to go for a Shalfa, wait, do I have to make a Shalfa list? I don't know if many Pokemon are going to be on here, but if I were to go for a Shalfa, it would probably be Chansey. It's a pretty cheap, only like 2 billion Pokeyen cost, haha. Cheap Shalfa in all regards in comparison to other Shalfas and stuff. It's not one of the worst ones. It's a full female species and everything. But that's pretty bad still. Tangela. Tangela's pretty cool. Kangaskhan, not great. Horsey, Seadra, Kandra. I think I'm a Kandra guy. That's a fishing. I love the purple. We'll get to that in a sec. Well, you're not going to see all the evolutions and everything. Kandra's fantastic. Goldeen and Seeking I don't like. Some people hunt these. More power to them. I could see Goldeen maybe. Staryu and Starmie. This is a hot take. I'm not really a fan of these. I acknowledge they're cool. If someone told me my favorite, if someone said, you know what, my favorite shiny is Staryu and Starmie, I'd be like, you know what, dude, I super get it. I have no drive to hunt them personally. That's just me. Mr. Mime. I know. Mr. Mime is probably one of the Pokemon. Actually, Mr. Mime ends up being a single encounter, thankfully. So you at least don't have to egg it. I'm pretty sure you can repel trick for Mr. Mime with alongside Scyther, I believe. Do I want a shiny Scyther or Scizor? No. Jinx. I really like shiny Jinx, actually. I'd really like. Jinx is another, wow, Shalfa hunt. Jinx is probably the cheapest Shalfa hunt, or up there with being up there. So it's the cheapest Shalfa, and it's a female-only species. Electabuzz. Electabuzz looks really cool. Thankfully, Electabuzz is a ×5 horde, so that makes that a bit easier. I am only in Gen 1, ladies and gentlemen. I did not realize, in People of Royalty, I did not realize how long that this would take. We're 20 minutes in, and I'm in Gen 1. This is going to be a long video. Apologies. Magmar, and I forgot to put on music, but it's too late now. We keep it rolling. Magmar, Pinsir ends up being Repel Trick, I believe. I think it's Repel Trick. I think it's a single. Tauros. This is gonna be weird. It's gonna confuse people. I'm putting Tauros in single encounter / fishing for now because we should be getting one with Johto. We should be getting a single encounter with Johto. It was in the PTS. It's possible it changes. It's possible it's different. We'll see what happens. But for now, Tauros goes in single / fishing, and I do want to get a Tauros. Magikarp, I already have. Gyarados. I snooze, boring shiny, whatever. Carp is better. Lapras. Lapras is a great shiny. I'm gonna write it down. Would I really egg for a shiny Lapras one day? Maybe. Hopefully not. Probably not. We'll see. Ditto. Yeah, I want a Ditto. It's kind of weird I don't have a Ditto yet. Ditto is like a pretty cool one. Eevee. Will I ever purposefully shunt for an Eevee? No. Will I? Is it possible I accidentally get a shiny Eevee and I will immediately evolve it into a Vaporeon, which is the coolest shiny evolution? Yes. Yeah, we'll see about that one. I don't know. Porygon. Porygon is actually looks a lot better in game. Once again, the sprites are gonna be different. Porygon is like one of my favorite egg shinies. Like one of my highest priority egg shunts. If I were to go for another egg shunt, would be Porygon. Audino, Porygon, Cherubi, I think are like the big three for me right now. Moving on. Ammonite and Omastar. It hurts me. I'm gonna have so many rares written down. I will say I'm gonna have a lot of rares written down. Like even like Kabuto is phenomenally like a phenomenal shiny. I'm gonna write down a lot of rares, a lot more rares than I had written last time. Snorlax is on here as well. He's high up on the list. I think Snorlax gets really forgotten. Omastar, Omanite. I don't know which one. I think I want Omanite actually. It depends. We'll see. Do I see myself getting all of these rares? I actually can pretty confidently say no. I don't see myself ever getting this is just too many rares. I'm not a rare hunter. I'll do it here and there. I can tell you guys now, I'm not going to get all of these rares. I'm telling you right now. Single/fishing. We can add a big fat Dragonair and Dragonite. Don't really need a Dratini if I have a Dragonair. I want a competitive shiny Dragonair for NU, and then a Dragonite for fun. Okay. That's all those. That's Gen 1 done, boys. That means we're almost finished. Just kidding. We have a long way to go, fellas. Let's pick up the pace a little, otherwise we're going to be here for like an hour and a half. All right. Chikorita, worst Pokemon in Pokemon. Cyndaquil, don't care. Totodile, don't care. Sentret, Furret. Furret's not bad. We'll get it for the meme. It should hopefully get a horde. Right now it's a single encounter. I'm going to put it in... I'm gonna put a comma next to thing that like Johto is going to affect, like Tauros is gonna be a Johto affected one, and say that hopefully it makes them better. Hoot I've come around to. Is Hoot a times 5 horde? I think Hoot's a horde. It might not be, but we're gonna put it there for now. Hoot, close enough. Hoot. All right, what's up next? Noctowl. Nope, not a fan. Leddyba. Yep, I actually want a Leddyba. Call me crazy. Call me a silly willy. I'm actually going to check PokeMMO right now. I got AFK'd actually. One sec. I want to check, is Leddyba? I have no idea if Leddyba or Leddian has a horde. I actually have to check that in-game. Because I literally have no clue. Leddian, single encounter. I think they both might be single encounter. Like Safari only. Yeah, not Safari only, but they are single encounter. So, yep, they'll go on that list. Leddyba. I don't know which one I want. Probably Leddian. I feel like Leddian looks better. We'll see about that. Spinarak and Ariados. I already have a Spinarak, but I do want an Ariados as well. Thankfully, it's a times 5 horde. Crobat we've already covered. Lantern, I did like fucking 40k encounters at recently in a row for like in like straight hours wise almost. Not really, but a lot of encounters there and didn't get any squat. I spent a lot of Lepa berries though, but that's okay. Can run through all these stink. Don't care. Mareep. You know what? Mareep and Ampharos. I prefer Ampharos. Ampharos is actually my favorite out of this line. I really like Ampharos. Yeah, Ampharos is really cool. Ampharos is probably gonna be a horde in Johto, but it could also be a single encounter. We'll see. Blossom we already have written down. Marill. Now we're talking. I love shiny Marill. Osmarill is cool. I get why people like it. Not for me. Rares. Sudowoodo. I love Sudowoodo. The shiny's decent. Pokemon wise, Sudowoodo is just an absolutely giga chad. If your favorite Pokemon is Sudowoodo, you have an absolute giga badoof thumbs up for me. Politoed we've covered. Hoppip I have. However, I do not yet have Skiploom and Jumpluff. I want the whole line there. I was gonna do numbers down this list and do like 1, 2, 3 to like count how many shinies I actually want. But if I got a shiny and when I get a shiny, I exit off the list. If I were to do that, Apomp's gonna be single. Apomp's a phenomenal shiny. If I were to do that, I'd have to like readjust all the numbers every time I got a shiny, which would be a nightmare. So let's not worry about that. Sunkern, a shiny that I want for a long time. Yanma might get a horde in Johto, but it's kind of unlikely. We're just gonna put it in singles for now. Wooper, I don't like. Quagsire, I respect it, but I don't like it personally. Quagsire, I have. Espeon, Umbreon. Espeon's cool. Everybody loves Umbreon. Not the best for me. Murkrow, I hate. I don't like the Fedora Tippy. I'm not a fan. Slowking, Misdreavious. Misdreavious has been kind of growing on me recently. I think we'll get Misdreavious for the meme at some point because we had one of the longest debates on my stream ever, debating whether Misdreavious was green or yellow. So leave your comments on what you think about that. It's a pretty clear, obvious, correct answer. It's obviously green. Okay. Unknown, I definitely want. That's a single encounter guy. A couple of them even. Wobbuffet, I've been actively hunting to no avail. Girafarig, super, dude, Girafarig, arguably one of the most underrated shinies. So underrated. Nobody hunts it. Dunsparce, it has a ×3 horde. It's fantastic. Gligar, I do want a Gligar one day. Not Glistor, Gligar for NU. Making shiny competitive Pokemon is really, really fun. Snubble and Granpole. I love shiny Snubble. The issue is Snubble is currently an egg hunt, which is so fucking bad. I'm hoping Snubble, we're gonna put Johto, hoping that it gets a single encounter or a ×5 horde with Johto. It probably will, but we'll see. Quillfish. Quillfish is a fishing encounter. Let me check. I believe Quillfish is a fishing encounter type hunt. Fishing, super rod, water with lures, but that's not good enough. You want to go for, yeah, I think the best way to go for Quillfish would be, Quillfish is another great Shalfa hunt, honestly. Yep, this one kind of hurts me, but yeah, I think that's a Shalfa hunt for whatever reason. Yup, anyways, Shuckle. I need another Shuckle. Yep, you heard it here first. That's going to go under rares. I need a secondary Shuckle. Well, maybe they add a new location in Johto. We'll see. I want a second Shuckle to breed. I mean, I didn't put comp to another stuff, but anyways, I need another Shuckle. Let's do second. I need another Shuckle to breed it into a competitive. I already have one Shuckle, but it was caught in the Safari Zone. I don't want to ruin a Safari catch, Pokemon. So we got to keep it. We have to get a second Shuckle. It's just that easy. Moving on. Heracross. Heracross right now is a single encounter repel trick. We're going to rock with that. I think that's pretty fair. Sneasel is ×5 horde. Grown on me. Teddy Ursa and Ursaring. I actually prefer Ursaring. That has a ×5 horde, but it's a weird one that's like 33% chance, and it's like only during non-winter seasons at Victory Road, but not at it's like the lower evening Lepa berries. It's a weird. Ursaring's one of the weirdest shunts in the whole game, probably. Slugma. Nuts. Nice try, chat. That's going to be good. Slugma and Magcargo are both going to be on this list. Imagine live streaming a shiny thing. You have to actually watch out for people trying to get you on these nuts jokes. That's the society we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Slugma and Magcargo, both great shinies. Swinub and Piloswine. I kind of like all of them, which is bad. That's bad. Do I have to hunt for all of them? I think I do. That's really ridiculous. But I like them all. I really like Mamoswine. Even though it's not the best shiny, but it's a great Pokemon. That's ridiculous that they're all on the list. But anyways, Corsola is a fishing hunt. Great shiny. Great shiny. Remoraid. Octillery looks like trash. Ugh, I hate that shiny. But Remoraid is such a good shiny. Are you trolling? Remoraid is so good. We'll add that to the list. Delibird, single encounter, I believe. It might be an egg hunt. How do you go for Delibird? Hopefully we get something new with Johto. Delibird, wild locations, giant chasm, uncommon. Okay, yep, that's a single encounter. You love to see it. A strange single encounter shunt. All right, moving on. Mantine. Mantine is another one that's really grown on me, hilariously. I actually really like shiny Mantine now. And that is a ×5 horde. So that's a good thing. This shiny list is going to be like even more gigantic than my first one. The reason I don't think I've said this. The reason I'm creating a new one is because my my old list was lost with my hard drive. So rest in peace to that hard drive, which lost a lot of data. Houndour and Houndoom. I definitely want. I think Houndoom. Getting a competitive shiny Houndoom for NU would be really cool. There are 3 O's there. Houndoom. Okay. Kingdra we've covered. Fanpy and Donphan. I do actually want a shiny Donphan. That also ends up being a beamer. I know 2 people, 2 friends whose favorite shiny is Fanpy. I don't really get it, but do I respect it? Yes. Do I love them for it? Absolutely. Porygon 2. I only need 1 Porygon. That's fine. Stantler. Stantler is a wildly underrated ×5 Horde Hunt. Pretty cool shiny. Yep. Anyways. Smeargle. Yep. ×5 Horde. Lepaberry Hunt. Love to see it. Tyro can Hitmontop. Could maybe go for Hitmontop one day. I don't really. I kind of hate Hitmontop. I love but hate Hitmontop. He's kind of a pain, kind of annoying. Moving on. Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, all shit. Miltank. Miltank is the, like, man, if I were to hunt for one shiny next, if you told me, hey, what is the shiny you want to hunt the most right now? Miltank. Easy peasy. It's not even close. It's obviously Miltank. However, I'm waiting until Johto releases because there should be a new spot for Miltank. Will that spot be a single encounter or a ×5 Horde or a ×3? We have no idea. I'm going to put single encounter and, yeah, mark Miltank there. Blissey, nope, who cares about that? Legendaries, nope. Pupitar, let's go, dude. Pupitar, wow. Ends up being a single / fishing since there's a pretty good spot for it that has 5% chance for Larvitar, 5% chance for Tyranitar, and 5% chance for Skarmory. Ends up being a pretty cool single encounter location. Pupitar is secretly the best shiny in that line. It's not even close. Now, on to some of the only, maybe the only shiny starter that I want. I guess we already did Squirtle, but the Trico line. Now, the question is, I probably wanted Sceptile. I probably want to, I'm going to be honest. I probably wanted Sceptile. Mudkip and Marshtomp and Swampert are cool. I think Swampert also goes on. After I just said some of the only, I mean, it is true though, mostly. But we'll do that. Zigzagoon ends up being, well, Linoon's a ×5 Horde. I probably want Linoon over Zig, but I'll probably end up getting both on accident. Wurmple. Does Wurmple and Silcoon, do they have a ×5 Horde? I feel like they do. Some of these you have to like breed down, but I'm gonna do that. And then Cascoon. I think those have ×5 Hordes. Worst case scenario, there are single encounter hunts that you get along the way at like Trico, Shroomish. It's that they're Petal Bird Wood locations, shinies. Okay. Lotad, Lombre, and Ludicolo. This one's gonna hurt. Lotad, Lombre. Well, we gotta put enter Patrouski. Lombre, Ludicolo. This is just arguably one of the best and most consistent shiny lines in the entire game. All of them are phenomenal, mostly because they follow the same color scheme, which is just really, really good. They're both great. Like, all three. Yeah, this whole line is phenomenal. Next up, this is, dude, arguably the most underrated or one of the most underrated shinies in all of Pokemon, Nuzleaf. Nuzleaf is up there with Pupitar in being one of the best middle evolution shinies to ever exist, but nobody talks about it. So, yep, crazy. Swellow also goes on this list. Wingull and Pelipper, actually, fuck you, get out of my face. I already have a Pelipper and I hate it. Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir. I do kind of want a Ralts. I do kind of want a Ralts. Not my favorite, but I kind of want a Ralts. I already have a Surskit, but I also want a Masquerain to go with it. So that goes on the list. Shroomish ends up being a single. Do I want it to be a Shroomish or a Breloom? Probably a Breloom. Slackoth. Slackoth is another tough one. Let me actually check it once again in game. Let's check Slackoth. Like, I know you can get Slackoth at the Petalburg location, but is that really the best way to get it? Is there any like Vigoroth hordes? Any Slackoth? Yeah, no. I feel like the issue with Slackoth is like it's actually an egg hunt, but I think it should be an egg hunt, but I think it ends up. I'm gonna classify it as a single encounter because it ends up you're gonna be hunting at Petalburg so much that hopefully you just get one before you have to egg it. Kind of the goal. You just sit at Petalburg forever, but anyway. Nincada, Ninjask, don't care. Shedinja, I am not crazy enough to go for Shedinja. I'm sorry. I know it's like the most difficult chunk of the game besides Shaman. I'm not. Not crazy enough yet. We'll see. Whismer. I've actually really come around to Whismer and Xploud. I think I want both. Specifically, Xploud's follower sprite, even though it's like a, what kind of whatever shiny looking here, but like Xploud's follower sprite in game is really, really cool. Azurill is actually surprisingly cheap, cute. What am I trying to say? Surprisingly cute. Hariyama, I don't like Hariyama. Maybe I should in theory. I like the purple, but it looks better here than it does in game. Nose pass. I actually really want a nose pass. I think it's a time. I think there actually is a horde for it. Hilariously, yeah, there is hilariously a horde for nose pass, which nobody hunts it, so you don't really realize that. Skitty, don't care for. Sableye, I'll go for at some point. Not really high up on the list, but I'll go for it at some point. Aron and Aggron. Dude, this line of Pokemon is phenomenal. Do I want one of each? Do I like them that much? I probably just want one Aggron. I really like Laron, though. Laron is like, I really like his design. Him being on all fours and then going to, man, okay, I messed up. Aron, Laron, Aggron. They're just, I like them all. It may take me a very, very long time to go for them, but I like them. Metatite and Metacham. If you asked me a while ago how I felt about these shinies, I'd probably think they're whatever. I don't really like them, but they're kind of coming around to me. Especially Metatite's red. I mean, and Metacham's like thick blue, we see. How do you shunt them? I think they're both hordes, right? I don't really love, the issue is I don't like their Pokemon designs. I actually hate Metatite's look. I hate it, man. Even I don't like either of their like looks. But man, that's a horde. Also has a horde. I don't like them as Pokemon, but I actually do. This is a weird one where a lot of shiny hunts I'll add because I like them as Pokemon but don't love their shinies. These are the obscure examples of I actually don't like their Pokemon designs, but I do like their shinies, and I think it does weigh enough for me to hunt it. Electrike and Manectric. I probably go for Manectric. Mostly Electrike. Minun. Minun is a shiny that's really come around. I think it's a single encounter. Uncommon or something. Let me double check in game. Minun is an underrated shiny hunt. A really, 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 really cool shiny. Plusle stinks. Fuck Plusle. It's pretty bad. Volbeat and Illumise. A weird one. I think I'm Volbeat gang. I think there is a horde for Volbeat. Let me double check once again in game. Yep. It's nighttime only. We're going to add Volbeat there. I like Volbeat. Roselia and Roserade. I love Roselia. Roserade falls off a bit for me. It's still a good shiny, but I like Roselia a lot more, and it does have a really nice horde. Gulpin. D's nuts. Phenomenal fucking shiny. I really, really want a Gulpin and a Swalot to stick. I really want these Pokemon. I really want which one do I want to go for first? Or what will I keep it on? Probably a Swalot. These nuts. We're probably going to keep it there. Nice try, chat. We're probably going to keep it on Swalot. Carvanha and Sharpedo. Dude. Oh my goodness. Dude. Carvanha and Sharpedo are two Pokemon, same evolution line, but have wildly different shinies and are both S tier. These are two S tier shinies that look wildly different but are in the same line. That's a really, really, really cool one. I thought Plusle was glitched and wasn't showing shiny. Yeah, it's just bad. Wailmer and Wailord. I want a Wailord so bad. It's a single fishing one again. Wailord is it's one of my most desired shiny. I've done so many Wailmer encounters. It's sick. Camerupt, I do want at some point. I'm not in a super rush to get it, but I do want it at some point. Torkoal, I really do want for a gym run team. Spoink and Grumpig. I love pigs. Are some of my favorite animals. I love Spoink and Grumpig. Do they have? How do you hunt these Pokemon in PokeMMO? I feel like Grumpig has a horde or something. I feel like you never see people. Spoink has a horde. Wow. I'm gonna go for both then. Yeah, I'll do both. I don't care. I love them both. I think they're both cool. Maybe just Spoink. Honestly, no. I love them both, man. Nobody hunts these Pokemon. Why does nobody, are there like ×3 Leppas? Like what's the deal there? Spinda, I do want to Spinda at some point. Trapinch, I like Trapinch. It's cool, but I don't like the lineup enough. I want Vibrava. Vibrava is the one I want out of that lineup. Cacnea and Cacturn, I really want a Cacnea. Swablu and Altaria, I want an Altaria. I've also done a lot of encounters at that location. It's a ×5 horde you need to fog for. Zangoose, phenomenal shiny at one of the best ×3 spots in the game. So Viper, ×3 location. Lunatone and Solrock, I don't really want either of these. I'm not like aiming for these shinies. I'll probably get one at some point. Barboach and Whiscash are a tough one. I kind of want a competitive D-Dance shiny Whiscash, but I'm probably just going to end up keeping it a Barboach. I'm pretty sure you have to single encounter Fishing Shunt for it. Let's double check once again. I actually don't have it in my Pokedex, which is hilarious, but I can still see how you hunt it. Very common, very common. It seems like a fishing meme. All locations. Water, but you're luring. Very common with fishing. Let's double check Barboach again to see if I missed any water locations. I think it's all fishing. Yep, okay. Fishing / single encounter. We'll add Barboach to that list. There's so many good shinies in Pokemon, man. It's kind of insane. And I always say the more time you spend with them, the more time you come around to them. Like, dude, for example, Baltoy. I really like shiny Baltoy. It's grown on me over the years. Claydol, not so much. Lileep and Cradily. I really like shiny Cradily. Am I really gonna go for it? Probably not. I will be honest. Probably not. Armaldo's a cool shiny. Am I going to go for it? No. Phoebus. I do want a Phoebus at one point. That's going to be a single encounter memer. I don't like Melodic as much. I'm more of a Phoebus gang over Melodic gang. Castform, not on the list for now. Maybe one day. Kecleon. Kecleon's a shiny that I actually do like, and it can be really cool and have Trick Room and be an interesting Pokemon. Do I want it? I don't think so. I'm like, the question is, would I go out of my way to hunt for Kecleon if it was only Kecleon? Probably not. I'm not going to worry about it. It's a single encounter hunt. It's tough. I'm not. Yeah. Shuppet and Bayonet. I do want a shiny Bayonet at some point. It has a ×5 horde, and it's nice because it's a good utility Pokemon and Frisk and Thief. Duskull and Dusclops and Dusknoir. I think I want myself a Duskull and a Dusknoir, which it's funny that Duskull is spelled SK for skull, and then Dusknoir is also SK, but then Dusclops is C because it's I guess it makes sense, but it's just funny. It always throws me off. Tropius, I love Tropius. One of the shinies that I actually want the most. It has a lot of single encounter uncommon locations. Tropius is like one of the most phenomenally underrated Pokemon in general. Chimecho, I think I do want at some point. I definitely do actually. It's a ×5 horde. So we'll go ahead and do that. Absol is like, oh, if I get it, I'd love an Absol, but I'm not going to like go out of my way to hunt for an Absol. Relicanth is on here, but I'll get to that. I'll go ahead and add Relicanth. Relicanth is a phenomenal single encounter fishing shiny. But back up to Snorunt. I want a Snorunt, sure. Glalie, I don't really care for. Frostlass. Frostlass is pretty cool, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that eventually. Spheal, I already have. Cilio, Walrein. I could see myself hunting for multiples, but I have a Spheal. I'm happy with it. Clamperl, I don't care for, or Gorobus, but Huntail. Huntail is a good shiny. I think it has I think Clamperl, one of these has a horde. I'm pretty sure. I think Clamperl has a horde. Yep. Clamperl thankfully has a horde. So I can go ahead and do that. I don't want the Clamperl. I want the shiny Huntail, but that'll be horde hunted via Clamperl. Lovedist. I actually really like Lovedist. I think it's I want to guess that Lovedist is single encounter only or fishing encounter only. Once again, double checking in game. Yep, only fishing encounter. So we'll add Lovedist down here. I'm going to grab myself a sip of water in a sec because this video has become a lot longer than I expected at pushing 48 minutes. Gotta make sure to hydrate, fellas. Okay. Bagon, which is not user problem. I drink a lot of water. Not really a problem for me. Bagon. Bagon is one of those weird shinies where I probably want a Bagon and do I really want to hunt for two? For Bagon and Salamence? Probably not. I probably just go one. But Bagon is one of the weirdest Pokemon in PokeMMO to shiny hunt. Because it says rare in the Pokedex, and it's technically like a rare, but the best way to shiny hunt it is actually single encounters, because for whatever reason, even though Bagon says rare in the Pokedex, if you pop lures, you have like a 22% chance to encounter Bagon at the deepest part of Meteor Falls, which is so strange. No other rare encounter operates like that. It's very, very strange. Okay. Beldum in the meta. I think I gotta put down Metagross, man. Like, even though, like, it's an undeniably, it's one of those shinies. It's similar to Charizard, but I don't really want a Charizard. It's similar to Charizard where it's like undeniably a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shiny. And I kind of do want one enough for that reason. If Latios was in the game and Kyogre, dude, the Gen 3, can we talk about how good the Gen 3 legendary shinies are? I don't really look at them much because I'm not there's no legendaries and they're not relevant to PokeMMO. But dude, if they were, man, I would be hunting myself a Latios and Latios, probably a Latios over Kyogre, Rayquaza. Like, these shinies are phenomenal. Come on, let's talk about it. Gen 4. All right, we're 3 out of 5. Okay. Dude, Turtwig, Torterra. This is a rare for me. I love Torterra as a Pokemon. Its shiny isn't the best. I might keep it a Turtwig, but I'll go Torterra for now. I love Torterra as a Pokemon. Don't care for Chimchar. Don't care for Piplup. Starly, Staravia, Staraptor. I want a Staraptor at some point, which I'm pretty sure has a ×5 horde, but let me double check. I feel like it has to. I feel like it's gotta, right? Staraptor. Staravia's got a couple. We've got hordes. We've got hordes, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, people of royalty, we have hordes. Bidoof and Bibarel. Oh yeah, I'm getting myself a Bibarel. If I'm not rocking the shiny Bibarel comp with Simple and Swords Dance by the year 2025, you guys can smite me down. Kricketot and Kricketune, not for me. Shinx, Luxio, Luxray, incredible shiny line. Which ones do I want? I'd be okay with just one. Do I want Shinx or do I want Luxray is the question. Maybe either. Maybe it kind of depends how it... This is one where I'll be like, you know what? It depends how it comes out with IVs and nature and everything. We'll do that. Roserade, cool, but I prefer Roselia. I'll stick with Roselia. Cranidos, a very incredibly cool... Wow, what a great shiny. Am I right, guys? Too bad I already have it, so I can go ahead and skip that. And that feels good to say. Shiny Burmy, cringe. Wormadam, cringe. You know, literally, like, why do they all suck is the sad thing. They didn't all have to suck. Except for Mothim. Mothim actually doesn't suck. Mothim's actually a fantastic shiny. Is it one that I'm willing to hunt via eggs because it's so good? No, I don't think so. Chromby and Vespiquen. I love these Pokemon. I've spent so long. I've spent so many encounters. They're not ×5 hordes, though. They're single encounters. I spent a long time at the Combee and Vespiquen spot trying to get them. Which one do I want, Combee or Vespiquen? The issue is I probably want both, and they're a single encounter uncommon, so that's going to be a pain. Pachirisu is an underrated shiny, honestly. How do you hunt it, though, is the question. It might have a horde. Double check. Pachirisu is a pretty underrated... It does have a horde. Okay, you know what? Since it has a horde, I'm down to go for Pachirisu. That was one I had to discuss with myself live, because I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know my answer to that. Weasel and Floatzel, don't care. Cherubi, actually, a rare that I want. I don't know. I like Cherubi. I like these like small little fruit, like Sunkern and Cherubi. I love these. I don't know why. I like these. I like them. Okay. Also, it's kind of funny that Cherubi's little friend is like sleeping. Kind of creepy and weird. Member berries. I don't know. Shellos, Gastrodon, Ambipom. I want Apom, but I don't really care for Ambipom as much. I think Apom's a lot better in my opinion. Drifloon and Drifblim. Drifblim for sure. Like it's a pretty cool shiny line. It has a ×5 horde, thankfully. I will cover everything at the very end of this video. I'll go through everything and pass out going through all the names one more time. So, Baneri and Lopunny. How do you hunt these? I think they have a horde, right? Please tell me these have a horde. Pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure Baneri does. Baneri does. Okay. Whew. That is a. Did I put Drifblim under single encounter? Let me copy. And we'll fix the capital V there because that's going to bother me if I don't remember to do it now. We'll move Drifblim up here and then also put Lopunny or Baneri. I think I want Baneri. I think otherwise people are going to think I'm a psychopath. We go Baneri. It's a cute little bunny. That's it. Miss Magius. I don't like the piss yellow. Honchkrow. I like the purple. Don't like Honchkrow and Murkrow as Pokemon. Per ugly. I actually really like per ugly over Glameow. Chingling, don't care for. Stunky and Stunfist are two shinies that have been like kind of growing on me. A lot of people, I know Auk hunts for them. They're like ×3 hordes. I want Stun Fist or Stun Tank. Why did I put Stun Fist? Stun Tank. There you go. Close enough. Bronzor. Bronzor's a pretty good shiny. Also an annoyingly good Pokemon in NU. Like annoyingly, like a pain in the ass. Bronzor is a pain to fight in NU, but it's really good. Has a horde. That's going to be added to the horde list. Bronzor. That could also be a Shalfa, honestly. If I was, that could arguably be the Shalfa. Probably should be Shalfa, honestly. It's a pretty cheap Shalfa. Honestly, yeah, it's a pretty cheap Shalfa to hunt, considering all things. Cheap being 1 to 2 bill or some shit. Stupid. Anyways, well, unless I get lucky. We'll see. Put that Bronzor down there. Bronzong, Bonsly, Mime Jr., Happiny Chatot, Spiritomb. I mean, I put Bronzor. I just realized I put Bronzor under rares. It should be under Shalfa. Excuse me, Bronzor. Spiritomb. Dude, this shiny is gorgeous. I might never hunt it, but I'd want to. Maybe it's so fucking beautiful. Gibble, Gabite, Garchomp. Gabite is wildly underrated. As is Gibble. I think I go for Gibble. I think I would actually like Gibble. Thankfully the shiny Garchomp sprite is actually changed in PokeMMO. If you have the Gen 4 and 5 follower sprite mod, which is pretty cool. Riolu and Lucario. Do I ever want to actively shunt for these? No, but will I breed them if I'm doing like a breeding extravaganza or like an alpha breed session to like hope for a rare shiny with them? Like sure, but I don't think I'm ever going to shunt for them. Hippos. This is a bad. I think female shiny Hippowdon is cool, right? But this is like a bad. I think this is the different one. I'm gonna put Hippo down. Hippo. The issue is I think Hippo might be a fucking rare. I hope not. Please tell me it's not. Okay, it has a single common encounter. No, there's a horde. Wait, no. Hippo has a horde ×3. Okay. Hippos are actually one of the more expensive Pokemon on the GTL because they're actually a huge pain to hunt. Actually bump this down. Okay, there we go. Horde. We'll put Hippo down on the list. Okay, perfect. Scorpion Drapion, dude. I mean, they're gorgeous, dude. What are you talking about? They're gorgeous. They're so good. Which one do I want? Probably Drapion, but it could depend how they come out. Krogunk and Toxicroak. I love these shinies, dude. I'd probably go for a Krogunk. Oh, Drapion's a rare. Okay, now I'm getting too tired. I've been that's it for 55 minutes. Now I'm starting to mess stuff up. Apologies, guys. Krogunk, I think, is also hilariously a rare. I probably want Krogunk, not Toxicroak. But once again, that's a fucking egg hunt, which is pretty brutal, fellas. That'll be under rare. Okay. Krogunk. I always liked, was it Brock's Krogunk in the anime? I thought that Pokemon was, I liked how he was annoying. I like annoying Pokemon generally. Carnivine, nope. Finneon. I don't want to hunt Finneon, but it's funny that there's that Finneon collector, which kind of makes me want to hunt it, hilariously. Because someone appreciates it. If someone appreciates it, it almost makes you appreciate it more and want to love it. You see aspects. If someone could love something, you start to see aspects of why they can, and it's kind of like wholesome. Obama Snow. I definitely want it. That definitely has a horde. Obama. No, Pog. Weavile. I already have Sneasel down. I don't want both. I do want another. I do want Lickilicky and Lickitung, which is Silly Willy. Tangrowth. I'll do a Tangrowth and a Tangela. Dude, those shinies are fantastic. Magmortar looks really good, but I think I only want one. I think I prefer Magmar. Electivire is not great. Yanmega. I'm cool with just Yanma, even though Yanmega does look really cool. I don't need both. Gliscor, I don't really need. Mamoswine, no. It'll get faster as we're going, at least because there's like less duplicates. Frostlass, now pass on. Rotom is a beautiful shiny, but I don't think I like really want one. If I were to happen to get it, obviously I'd be really happy, but I don't think I need Rotom. The legendaries we can all skip over. I will say, people ask me what my favorite like legendary Pokemon is, and it's Giratina. Giratina is I'm not a huge, I don't really care for most legendaries, but my favorite legendary Pokemon and shiny is probably Giratina. It transcends the edginess to where it's actually just cool. That's my thought process. Victini, Snivy, Servine, Superior. I really like Superior. I would absolutely go for it. It's a rare. Superior is one of those starters I would hunt, and Embor. Okay, I do want to hunt a lot more shiny starters than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. Watchhog. I love me some Watchhog. Go to add that. Patrat. I'll probably evolve the Patrat into. Maybe I want both for the people call me Patratowski. I don't know. We'll see. Herdier line. Stoutland's okay. Whatever. Lipard. Underrated shiny. Ladies and gentlemen. Forgotten about, disrespected, underrated shiny Lipard added to the list. Panpour is probably the coolest of the pores, the elemental monkeys. The issue is it's a rare. You have to fucking egg hunt for this, which is insane. I don't want to do that. Muna. Muna is a fantastic, beautiful, underrated. Musharna kind of stinks. Muna is an awesome single encounter hunt that gets forgotten. I hate the Tranquil Birds. I love Zipstrika as a Pokemon. Don't care for the shiny. Gigalith is an awesome ×5 horde. We will, of course, add that to the list. Woobat and Swoobat, I've hated for a long time, but honestly, I kind of do want one Swoobat now because a friend convinced me to go for like a Calm Mind funny set. Audino, Excadrill, I don't really. Excadrill is cool, but I'm never gonna shunt one. Audino is actually like #1 priority for me. If you were to ask me what rare would I go for right now, Miltank's hopefully gonna get a Johto spot. That's why it's not. That's why it's not Miltank. Otherwise, it would be Miltank. But it's like Audino, Cherubi, Porygon. Probably Audino and Cherubi. Porygon's like 3rd. Audino #1, Cherubi #2. Okay, Timber, Girder, Conkeldurr. I do want myself a Conkeldurr. I think it's a ×5 horde, at least a ×3. I know there's a horde. I want myself a shiny Conkeldurr. Now here's another one, dude. Okay, not Temple. Yeah, dude, this line. What are you doing? It's so good. Temple, Palpitoad, Seismitoad, all of them are phenomenal. Dude, they're all so good. Okay, and then Throw and Sock. It's funny that I hunted my strategy at nighttime because I probably should have done it in the daytime only, honestly, because I want to Throw and Sock one day. And that's the spot you hunt him at with strategy. So Waddle. Okay, this is a funny one. Wait. What, how do you shunt? These have hordes, right? Tawaddle. I feel like Tawaddle has a horde. I would bet money on it, right? Yeah, this thing's got a horde. I really liked Swadloon. Swaddle is honestly cool as well. I actually do like that. Swaddle, Swadloon. I actually really like those shinies. Levani stinks. Leavani, Levani. I don't care. I have a Stolipede, but Whirlipede under freaking rated. Let's add it to the list. Cottony, huge one of Cottony for Gym Rerun team. I prefer it heavily over Whimsicott. I love orange shinies. Lilligant, I'll pass. Basculins, don't care. I also don't like the Crocodile line. If someone told me my favorite shiny is Crocodile, I would understand. I would get it. It's not like Dewgong. But it's not for me. I respect it if you want to go for them. More power to you. Not for me. Maractus, for whatever reason, has a wildly underrated shiny. Crustle is also one that's grown on me. I didn't like Crustle for a long time, but it's grown on me. Maractus, how do you hunt Maractus? Because Maractus is actually a great shiny. The issue is it has a horde. Yeah, sure. It goes on the list, boys. Maractus, for no reason, bumping the fantastic shiny. I already have a Strafty, which I love to death, so I'm good on that. Sigilyph, I do want. Sigiliph's a really, really cool shiny. Sigiliph's a really cool Pokemon. Cofagrigus, also a fantastic shiny. I guess that's whatever, close enough. Yamask, no, who cares? Tortuga, unfortunately, becomes a rare that I want to hunt because that turtle is blue. And I like that. That's like if you notice, I like aqua colors. I mean, you'll notice all of these are pretty much aqua. I like aqua colors, aqua, purple, pink, orange. Those are like teals. That stuff is like my favorite shiny memes. Caracasa, don't care for. Archon is pretty cool, but I don't see myself ever. I'm gonna be really honest. I don't see myself ever. Actually, the fossil's kind of cheap. Okay, I'm a liar. I'll go for Archon one day. Trubbish and Garbodor. Two of my favorite shinies that I haven't gotten yet. I've actually gotten 2 fail Minchinos at their location, and I don't like Minccino. I don't want a single Minccino, and I've gotten 2 of them. So hopefully Garbodor and Trubbish happen one day. It's honestly a shunt that I want to do so badly. Zorua is really, really cool. I go to the Zorua spot sometimes with friends for fun, but do I actually want a Zorua? Not really. I'd probably evolve into a Zoroark, honestly, but even then, I don't love the Pokemon's design. It's interesting, but I don't really like it. Gothita, Gotharita, Gothitelle. I actually weirdly want a shiny Gothitelle one day. I think Gothitelle is just a really cool Pokemon to me. I think its design is really interesting, and I think it's like, I don't know, it's like cone-shaped body is so weird. I thought it was cool. It's interesting competitively. Reuniclus, wildly underrated shiny. I feel like it's actually probably pretty properly rated, but I think I forget about it personally a lot. Okay, that spelling is hilarious, but close enough. I forget it personally a lot, but I think a lot of people actually hunt it. Ducklet is such a good shiny, but it's an egg hunt. I'm gonna put it on my list, but Ducklet is like kind of like similar to Archon. Like it's pretty loose on there, but man, is it a great one. Vanillite. I still want I'm probably gonna breed down my Vanillish, I guess. I want a Vanillite. The weird thing is, where's my hordes at? I want a Vanillite and a Vanillix, but right now what I have is one Vanillish, which is the only one I don't want. So I obviously need to breed down my Vanillish into either Vanillite or evolve into Vanillish. The issue is my Vanillish's stats suck. So unlucky. I'll probably end up breeding it down into a Vanillite and then hopefully catching a better one. We'll see. We'll see. Deerling I have and don't really care for. Sawsbuck is really cool. I'm neither here nor there. Hidden underrated shiny, fucking Carablast. I think Carablast has a horde, right? I think so. Why am I not hoarding? Yeah, dude, why am I literally not going to hoard Carablast right now? Like this shiny is so good. What? Okay, anyways, Carablast, easy added to the horde list. Just a phenomenal, great shiny. Amoonguss, yup, I'll do the sus thing. I'll get one at some point. Furlish and Jellicent. Oh my goodness. Jellicent is a S tier shiny. Alola Mola, I've come around to, but it's an egg hunt. Do I care about it that much? I think it's an egg hunt. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure because it's a like Pheno only Pokemon. I'm gonna add it. This is kind of disgusting. Kind of makes me sick to my stomach, but dude, look at all these. Look at this list is so much disgustingly bigger than last time. I think I want to hunt more shinies than Pokemon that I don't want to hunt shiny, which is not a good thing. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I'll have infinite stuff to do for my lifetime, which is cool. Ferroseed, for whatever reason, one day maybe shiny hunting becomes unfun to me, but we'll see. Ferroseed, I love Ferroseed. Joltik, I love. Electros, oh my god, one of the best ×5 horde shinies that exists. So good. Linkline I don't care for. Maybe get one day on accident. We'll see. Elgium and Beheeyem. I actually kind of like Elgium. It's a pretty easy one. It's one that I'll get along the way of another hunt, most likely. I'm going to add it to my list because I actually kind of like it. Litwick and Chandelure. Beautiful shinies. Probably. I think I just am okay with a Chandelure. Could see myself going for both, though. Fracture. Fracture is similar to Seedot. It actually looks better in the PokeMMO game. Fracture is so much better to Seedot to where it is actually like a sleeper incredible shiny. Same with Haxorus. Obviously, these are both, thankfully, a ×5 horde hunt, but it splits a spot with Woobat, and that spot is cursed. Woobat and Axew is so unbelievably Giga Turbo cursed. Everybody that I've ever seen go into Shunt one leaves with 6 Woobats minimum. That's hyperbolic, but essentially, and like 1 Axew. Like it's crazy how many Woobats you see per Axew. Cubchoo and Beartic, I actually really like. I think I want a Beartic. Maybe a Cubchoo. We'll go Cubchoo for now. That could change. Depends how it comes out. Cryogonal is pretty cool. Don't really want to hunt it. Excelgor I have. Stunfisk I have. Mienfoo and Mienshao are kind of growing on me, but not quite yet. Druddigon I have. Golurk I have. Bisharp, not really for me. Buffalant I have. I have a lot of Gen 5 shinies. I have a lot out of these couple. Buffalant I have. Braviary I do actually want to get one day. Also, yeah, Cubchoo's a Cubchoo's a ×5 horde seasonal, I believe. Let me double check. Because Cubchoo might be a little different. Cubchoo, yeah, Cubchoo is a horde. Okay, we're fine. We're almost done. We're almost done. Thank you guys for watching this far. If you watched this far, I appreciate it. Leave me a comment with, leave me like, what is your favorite underrated shiny in the comments? I think that's a great one to do. Like Volibee, honestly, I'm looking at Volibee. I kind of like this shiny. I feel like I've never thought of this before, but does Volibee have a horde? I kind of like the way that looks there. It might not look good, as good in PokeMMO though. But I kind of like the way Volibee looks there. It does have a horde. You know what? We'll add Volibee to the list. It's pretty low. It'd be like one of the lowest on the list, but I actually like that. Heatmore I have. Durant I really want. Deano I decently want. We'll go Hydreigon. I would turn that into a Hydreigon. ×5 horde. Larvesta and Volcarona. That's a rare that I do want to get one day. It's a bug type. My favorite typing. I'll probably go Volcarona. Having a competitive shiny Volcarona would be so cool. I think, is that the last one? Did we finally do it? Cobalion, Terrakion, these are all legendaries. That's it. I love Keldeo though. Wow, and Meloetto's pretty cool. Genesect, pretty decent. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. We did it together. We went through all of the shinies in Pokemon, in PokeMMO specifically. We finally got our list coordinated. That took me an hour and 10 minutes, but you know what? We had to do it. It was worth it. We lost the old list. We created a new and a better list. Let's go ahead and stroll through it. For anyone who missed any parts or skipped through the video or whatever it may be. All right, let's break down all of the shiny Pokemon that I plan to shunt in my lifetime, maybe. Hordes. We got Caterpie, Metapod, Beedrill, Arbok, Pikachu, Sandslash, Clefable, Jigglypuff, Golbat, Crobat, Oddish, Blossom, Paris, Venonat, Venomoth, Diglett, Meowth, Psyduck, Primeape, Arcanine, Poliwhirl, Politoed, Tentacle, Graveler, Doduo, Haunter, Ghastly, Hypno, Electrode, Cubone, Electron, Coughing. We've got Weezing, Rhyhorn, Rhyperior, Tangela, Electabuzz, Magmar, Ditto, Dragonite, Furret, Hoot, Ariados, Lantern, Ampharos, Marill, Skiploom, Jumpluff, Mischievous, Wobbuffet, Giraffre, Dunsparce, Gligar, Sneasel, Ursaring, Slugma, Cargo. We've got Swinub, Piloswine, Mamoswine, Mantine, Houndoom, Don Fan. Good one. Stantler, Smeargle, Linoon, Wurmple, Cascoon, Lotad, Lowbray, Ludicolo, Nuzleaf, Swellow, Ralt, Masquerain, Whismur, Exploud, Nosepass, Sableye, Aeron, Lairon, Aggron, Metatype, Metacham, Electrike, Manectric, Volibear, Volbeat, Roselia, Camerupt, Torkoal, Spoink, Grumpig, Spinda, Vibrava, Cacnea, Altaria, Zangoose, Viper, Baltoy, Banette, Duskull, Dusknoir, Chimecho, Snorunt, Huntail, Raptor, Burble, Shankslutter, Paltarisu, Driftblim, Baniri. Roll down. We've got Skuntank, Gibble, Hippowdon, Abomastar, Lickilicky, Tangrowth, Watchhog, Liepard, Gigalith, Swoobat, Conqueror, Temple, Palpitoad, Semitode, Throw, Sock, Waddle, Swadloons, Whirlipede, Cottony, Crustle, Maractus, Sigilyph, Carfagrigus, Trubbish, Garbodor, Gothitelle, Reuniclus, Vanillite, Vanillux, Carablast, Amoonguss, Jellicent, Joltik, Ferroseed, Electros, Elgium, Chandelure, Fraxure, Haxorus, Fracture, Cubchoo, Bravery, Volibee, Durant, Hydreigon. Not bad. That's just the hordes, though. Let's keep it going. Single/fishing, we have Shelter, Kingdra, Mr. Mime, Pinsir, Tauros, Ledian, Apom, Sunkern, Yanma, Unknown, Snubble, Heracross, Corsola, Remoraid, Delibird, Miltank, Pupitar, Breloom, Slakoth, Minun, Swalot, Carvana, Sharpedo, Wailord, Barboach, Phoebus, Tropius, Relicanth, Lovedus, Bagon, Combi, Vespiquen, Muna. All right, rares. We've got Squirtle, Execute, Hitmonlee, Lapras, Porygon, Kabuto, Aerodactyl, Snorlax, Ammonite, Sudowoodo, Shuckle, Skarmory, Sceptile, Swampert, Metagross, Torterra, Cherubi, Spiritomb, Drapion, Croagunk, Superior, Emboar, Audino, Tortuga, Archeon, Ducklet, Alomomo, Volcarona. And then finally, with the ones we'll probably never hunt, but if I were to go for Shalfas, these are on the list. Chansey, Shink, Jinx, Quillfish, and Bronzor. That is the end of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Quite the video, quite the journey. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you got a glimpse of what it's like being... Look at this Toxicroak showing off. Good, shiny. Glimpse into the shiny hunting mind of a weirdo that likes to play PokeMMO. Hopefully you like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's links down below if you want to go above and beyond. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo donations help the most. All that stuff allows me to stay full time, allows me to stream more, make more content, make more guides, etc. And I appreciate it. It goes a long way. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to keep the live stream going. If you're in stream, don't worry. If you're a VOD viewer, Thanks for watching. That's really, really, really cool. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Peace.